If you do a lot of work around your house, on your car, or at a shop, you know that brake cleaner and rust penetrant, it goes quick, and those cans add up, you know, $7, $8, $9 per can, depending on what kind of fluid you're using. I think I might have found a solution to it that I wanted to try for a while now, but I finally did it. These are refillable aerosol cans, so you can twist off these tops and then fill whatever fluid of choice you want to put in there. And then you have an air compressor inlet here that you can connect to and kind of fill this up like a tire, and then that's where you get your air pressure from. So before we talk about these guys here, let's talk about how much you might be able to save on the fluid. So we're going to use this WD-40 for example. This is 1 gallon, 128 ounces, and I got this on Amazon for $29.99. Shipping is free. When you do the math and you break it down, this stuff is 23 cents an ounce. Versus if we take a regular 16-ounce can of WD-40 that's just ready to go out of the box, it's $8.99 on Amazon. So you do the math, and it turns out to be 56 cents an ounce. So you're paying almost double for the convenience of using their can that's ready to go. So if you wanted 128 ounces of the WD-40 cans, for example, it would cost you about $72 versus the $29.99 that's this whole gallon cost me here. So in reality, the first time around when you buy one of these or one of these, it's basically going to cost you the same amount as if you were to buy the cans, but that's the first time around. But every time afterwards, you don't need to buy these. So what's the cost on these guys here? This one here costs $47, and there's a slightly cheaper model available because this one that I got comes with a couple extra nozzles there. Not really completely necessary, but I got it anyway. And then this here is a cheaper option for $37. And this here comes with 32 ounces, and it's good between 80 to 150 psi. On here it says there's a maximum pressure of 200 psi, so this thing can take some pressure, which is pretty nice. And then this one here, this is 21 ounces, and this goes up to 140 psi. The way these work is pretty simple. On both of these, you have a nozzle like this where you could fill it up with a regular air compressor that you use for your tires. Same thing with this one here, which is right there. So the way this one works, you would unscrew this top and then you fill it up with your fluid of choice. With this one here, you unscrew this brass fitting over here, and then you could fill it up using a funnel. This one here is a pain because this thing is kind of big, but the hole that they use to fill it up is ridiculously small. Like, you gotta have a super tiny funnel to be able to get in there. This one here has a much bigger hole, which makes it a lot easier to fill it up. It's less of a mess. I got these both filled up, and I've got them both filled up with as much pressure as my air compressor would have put out, which is going to be around 140 psi or so. Let's spray some stuff and see how they work. The vapor sprayer is very simple. It doesn't really have a whole lot of moving parts or anything here. So you got your nozzle here, and then you just hit this guy to go ahead and spray it. So let me show you the spray pattern on this thing. I'm gonna do this on the fence. So it has pretty good coverage. It does shoot pretty wide. So I'm actually pretty surprised with this, that it actually has that much coverage, but it depends on what you want to use it for, because if you're looking to spray something directly or have like a good stream, it's not really going to work too good for you because it just has such a wide spray. I've seen online that there's options for other nozzles, but this is the one that it came with. Next is the FIRSTINFO, and this one has two types of nozzles. It opens up like this, and you get a little bit of an extension, and it seems like you get a more direct stream. So let's try this out and compare it to the Vaper. So this one has a much more concentrated spray. It does a nice line. The only thing that is kind of annoying is that once you let off the trigger, it keeps spraying for a while, as you can see. So that could get kind of messy there. I don't really like that. And then here's the second option with it like this. and you get a much wider spray, kind of more like the Vapor, although it just keeps leaking after I let go of it, so that's kind of annoying. I don't really like that. That's gonna be messy. So to be honest, I think these are cool, but I'm not really impressed with either of them. This here, it's good design. It seems like it's really strong. However, the spray is just so wide. It's kind of like, it's almost like a paint gun. I just don't really like this nozzle, and as soon as you try to adjust this, it starts leaking out very, very easily. So you can't really do too much there. I'm not sure what you could use this for. I guess if you're, I don't know, maybe if you've got some kind of like sliding metal fence or something like that, and you want to spray the hinges or the rails, but this is going to be very wide, so depending on what you need it for, this could be good. But if you want like a concentrated spray that kind of goes in a stream or a smaller area, then this isn't going to work for you. This here, I like it because it's got two options. You can have a wide spray, which it did like that, and then if you put it like this, it has a much more concentrated spray. But I just hate the fact that it just continues spraying after you let off the trigger. And I think what happens is that the fluid stops coming out over here in this area, but it's still got a ways to go over here, so it can be kind of messy. As you can see, my hands are already sticky because this thing was dripping all over the place, so that's kind of annoying too. But price-wise, I mean, I'm gonna stick with it. Now having this, I'm definitely going to be ordering larger cans, because this is kind of like an investment. You pay a little bit more in the beginning, but this is going to last you and last you. So to sum it all up, the first time around, you're not really saving a whole lot of money by going this route, but after the first time, you're just buying the gallons of your choice, and you'll be saving your money there. As far as these two, I think there's room for improvement in both of them, but they both have their own unique features, and I guess I can live with what it is. So thank you for watching, and I hope I helped you make a decision on these guys.